Hey guys, TJ back here. So just want to do a quick video, and yes, I'm feeling a bit better, so you guys can hear that. But real quick, so the movie Don't Breathe is coming out on Blu-ray on the 29th, which in my opinion is a really good movie. And I just want to do my quick thoughts slash my own personal review on it. Um, it is a horror movie that came out a couple weeks ago, back in early October-ish, and the basic premise is that these three people who live in Detroit, they go in houses and they get expensive things and steal them and sell them and make money off them, right? Because Detroit is a very bad place to live, honestly. And there's this old blind guy who he lost his sight in, was it Iraq? I don't remember. But he lost his sight, and they're like, okay, let's go steal from the blind guy because he's sitting on $300,000. Which anyone would be like, dude, 300K, let's go. And so that's the basic premise: is they live in Detroit and they steal money and shit, and then the blind guy has 300K, and they're like, okay, let's go get him. But Alex, the guy who played Alex, he was a really good actor. He portrayed the emotions of fear and caring and whatever else and determination. Damn, he was one stubborn son of a bitch. I'll tell you that. He took a lot of punishment. But uh, if you listen to the trailer, Alex says himself, "Isn't it wrong to steal from a blind guy?" And it's like, um, money or whatever. I can't know if it's money or muddy or whatever the hell. I'm betting it's money or something stupid. The guy with cornrows. So after that line, he says, Money says, he just because he's blind doesn't mean he's a fucking saint, bro. Or whatever he said. Which makes sense because just because you're blind or just because you're deaf doesn't mean you're a saint. Doesn't mean you're perfect. Anyway, and I feel like that message of he's not a saint, just because he's blind, he's not a saint. That message carries through the whole movie, and you'll find out why when I talk about more in depth. But anyway, so Alex, he did a fine job. Money, the guy who played him, the good dude with cornrows, he played a good enough douchebag to make you want to kill him within 30 minutes. And, well, that's what they did. Money died within the first, I think, 45 or half an hour. Um, overall, like, his character wasn't a big thing in the movie, but for what he was a good enough douche. Or asshole. And then Rocky, I think is the girl's name. She's the last one of the main trio who go in. And personally, she was a very she was she was a pretty good actress, honestly. Like the portrayal of fear, portrayal of everything else, like she was pretty damn good. Like it was really good. And then the last guy, who is the old blind guy, or blind guy, excuse me, and he did pretty good too. There's a lot of subtle things that most people don't pick up, like little blindisms, I guess you can call them, and that's what they're actually called. Little subtle things that most blind people have in common, or we do. And my dog is going crazy. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Stop it. You stop your rascalfulness. Anyway, so all the actors did fine jobs in their roles. Now, it being a horror movie, of course, it's gonna be, scary, and I feel like that movie was actually, it was scary at times. It had jump scares in it, of course, that would make people jump out of their seats. But a lot of it was tension, because, like for example, there's a scene where um, Money dies, and then Rocky and Alex are trying to sneakily, get away from where the blind guy's at because he can't see him, of course, and so they're trying to be as quiet as possible. But Alex accidentally steps on the hardwood and it creaks, and blind guy's like, "What the fuck?" He doesn't say that, but that you can tell he has a question mark above his head, and you just that tension of the fact that he can't see them yet he's right in front of they're right in front of his face. And that tension, it's just building and building and building, and then when it snaps, it's like, oh shit, like it's. I'll tell you that it's scary when that tension snaps, because the way the actors portray everything that they're doing is just really good. Now, I've mostly covered the. Pause recording button. It is now pause recording. Anyway, so sorry, I had to control my dog. I don't know what she wants, but anyway, so I've covered the actors mostly. The plot, simple. There's one thing that I don't want to spoil in this review, and I won't spoil it anytime later, but it's just something that a lot of people had gripes about, and personally speaking, I had no problem with it. It was completely fine with me. Um, but for those of you who've seen it and you guys know what I'm talking about, I mean, yeah, some people are bugged about it, some people are okay with it. Personally, I'm fine with it. The movie as a whole, I'm not gonna give it a rating, but I personally, I'd recommend it to a lot of people because it's just a refreshing take on the horror genre. You know, what have we had for the last, I don't know, 30 plus years? Slashers and demons and shit, right? Like, now it's just a normal dude, you know, just a normal dude who doesn't want people in his house. Like, yeah, he probably went extreme, but come on. Can't really blame him since it's in Detroit, I guess. I don't know. Overall, I'd recommend you guys check it out, honestly. It's a pretty good watch. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you right now, most people hear the word watch when someone's blind and they hear the word watch, they automatically think, oh, you can see. No, we cannot see. I mean, of course, the spectrum of vision goes from perfect 20/20 to whatever the hell it is, like perfect vision, down to completely no sight, no nothing, right? It's a huge spectrum when it comes to vision. Same with hearing, same with whatever else. Like there's just it's like the rainbow, dude. You have one side that's just below regular vision that classifies as legally blind, all the way down to complete no sight, no nothing. Which I'm on the further end of the spectrum. I have light perception, but not usable vision. So it's just easier to say I'm blind. But of course, laws and shit classify me as like legally blind because I still have sight or not sight. Sorry, light perception. Which, whatever. But the thing is, everyone assumes we can see, which some can, some can't. And the way I watch movies is with descriptive audio services. Now, all that basically the basic premise of it is someone has a separate audio track. So you have the normal audio track, which is just a movie. And of course, you can go through different audio tracks like commentaries and whatnot, right? Now, usually it'll be the second audio track, and it'll be the primary one. The first audio track will be the movie, then the second one will be the scripted audio, third one will be cast, commentary, fourth one director, whatever. Descriptive audio, what it does is it basically just it describes what's happening on screen, and it's not just useful for those who can't see the screen. I mean, the word that better would be, it's useful for anyone who can't see it. I mean, for example, even someone who's sighted, but they're not watching the movie because they're busy doing something, like if they have descriptive audio on, they can still tell what's going on screen because they can listen to it. Like, say, for example, right, you are sighted and you're cleaning the kitchen, right, but you still want to watch a movie at the same time. Turn on descriptive audio and, you know, just have the movie loud enough where you can hear the dialogue and the audio and everything, then you're good. I mean, it's a useful tool for those who, and people just automatically knock it down because it's like it's for the blind. It's not specifically. It's meant for blind people, but sighted people can still use it. Just like how dexterity issues or like accessibility features on a phone, for example, like TalkBack, which is what I use on my Pixel. Like TalkBack, like yeah, most people who are visually impaired use it, or VoiceOver for Apple. But people who are sighted still use it. I know somebody who uses Apple VoiceOver with the screen turned off so people can't tell what he's doing. Because he doesn't want people in public to know anything about him. So he has VoiceOver going crazy fast and shit. Which, you know, that's honestly really cool to me, is like a sighted person using an accessibility feature. You know, it's just interesting. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm getting on off of. I'm digressing too much. The gist is, Don't Breathe. It's a good horror movie. It breathes new life into the genre, and to be honest, I don't know what it is about this year, but there's a lot of blind people being featured in movies. Deadpool had Al, the old woman Deadpool lived with, and then so we had Al in Deadpool. We had the old blind guy in Don't Breathe. We have in the coming The Rings, we have the old blind guy who's reading. Apparently, it's I can't see the trailer, of course, but people have told me that it's Braille on the back of the girl's hand, and you know he's reading it to her. And then in Rogue One Rogue One, a Star Wars story. We have not I think is it Donnie Yen? really, dogs. But you know, he's a blind martial artist. Like, come on, that reminds me of Daredevil right there. Daredevil season 1 and 2 on Netflix. That straight up badass shit. But anyway, like I don't know what it is about this year, but there's blind people popping up left and right in movies now. Like, what the hell? Um, I don't know. Hopefully that'll transition into games. You know, like have more blind accessible games. Jesus Christ. Not even just blind, just people with disability in general. Like Naughty Dog, they're a good company. I hope they work on it. Anyway, I keep getting off on tangents and digressing here, and the gist of what I'm trying to say in this entire video is I'd recommend picking up Don't Breathe. If you can't buy it outright on Blu-ray, then get it from Redbox. Give it a watch. It's a really good movie, honestly. And I kind of hope they do make a sequel. I mean, the way they left off, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, check it out if you guys can. Anyway, it's been your boy TJ. This is another blind review. See you guys later.